You have got to hear what Bayley just said about Rhea Ripley in this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say because the words in which she said in this recent interview I thought was brilliant. And I think that it shows people what Rhea Ripley is all about. Because Rhea Ripley is a name that people, they're starting to forget about a little bit. And I'll tell you why. It's simple. She's injured, right? She's off the sidelines. But there's a lot to Rhea Ripley that meets the eye. There's a lot more to this character that meets the eye. And more importantly, the person. Because what Rhea Ripley was able to do before she was sidelined with that injury, that shoulder injury that not only put her on the sidelines, but it also made her vacate the WWE Women's Championship and put the Raw Women's Division in just a free fall. She was the glue that kept that division strong. She was the glue that kept it all together. And it started when she was paired with the Judgment Day because it gave her another lease on life. She was able to show people what she was all about with that group and winning the Women's Royal Rumble and going on and beating Charlotte Flair for said championship in 2023 at WrestleMania 39. It was a run like I've never seen before. Being able to pivot away from really a lost character, a character under Vince McMahon's leadership that had no direction. We didn't know what her future necessarily held, right? Was she going to get back into the main event scene, or was she simply just going to be another player on the roster that would be fill and void when needed? Well, Triple H said, screw that. I believe in Rhea Ripley, and I'm going to go and I'm going to push her to the promised land. Now, what's interesting is Bayley is also, on the other hand, she's having the year of her life in 2024. Because just like Rhea Ripley won the Royal Rumble, earning herself a championship match of her choosing at WWE's biggest event of the year, well, Bayley did the exact same thing because she won the Royal Rumble and she went on and she challenged Io Sky for the Women's Championship and she won it at WrestleMania. So it's a pretty interesting parallel, if you will. So when it comes to Bayley and when it comes to Rhea Ripley, they're on the polar opposites, obviously, right now. One's injured, one's having a run of a lifetime. And when I saw these quotes, because it's funny, WrestleMania is so big that it takes a few weeks for all of the quotes from all of the interviews to come out. And Fightful actually had this recently, and I thought it was interesting. So, while speaking over WrestleMania weekend, this is what Bayley had to say about Rhea Ripley. She said, Rhea is once in a lifetime. I get so jealous of her. First, I have so much respect for her because she works her butt off. You guys see Judgment Day on every single show like 10 times throughout the night. That is not easy and sometimes not always fun. It's very hard. I have all the respect for her and all the work that she does. Plus, she puts on incredible matches. She's so young and she's so athletic. She does one drop kick. I can't do a drop kick to someone's knees. Everything she does makes me mad. I feel as the time comes for the four horsewomen to lift the division up and get better and better as we wanted to from the beginning. I'm glad it's going to someone like Rhea and someone like Bianca and Liv Morgan and Zoe Stark. There are so many women itching to get out there. Candice LeRae is finally showing her face out there. All the girls from NXT, Roxanne Perez, Laura Valkyria, this is exactly what we wanted. If she's ready to take it on, I'm very proud of her and very glad to watch it happen. But let me have my dang moment, Rhea, meaning her big championship win. Now, I want to preference that these comments came out before the Rhea Ripley injury happened, right? And it's gut-wrenching. It really, really is, because Rhea Ripley was on the run of her life, the run of a lifetime. And her simply just doing a backstage segment with Liv Morgan, suffering an AC joint sprain, it just sucks so bad. It really, really does. Because Rhea Ripley, she was going into WrestleMania 40. A lot of people, including myself, believed, okay, this was the perfect time. She held the title for a year. You have Becky Lynch, one of WWE's top stars. She's going to come. She's going to take the title. And Rhea will be, take time off. Maybe she'll take a step back and she'll do something else once the program ends. But instead, Becky, who actually had strep throat in that match, she was the one that decided, okay, I'm going to take time off after WrestleMania because Seth Rollins was taking time off due to his surgery, and they were going to take some time off. But obviously, the Rhea Ripley injury happened. They had to pivot, they had to change, and they put the championship back on Becky Lynch in a battle royale. Something I don't agree with, but I digress. Bayley, on the other hand, she's still in this feud with Damage Control-esque, right? She's going to work a three-way at Backlash France with Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. 2 stars that she can get in there and mix it up with. I've stated in the past that I think Tiffany Stratton has a ton of potential. I view her as a Miz-esque like star where she's really, really good on the mic. She has a lot of charisma and she's pretty solid in the ring. Now, when it comes to the comparison to Miz, that's kind of where it ends because I think Tiffany Stratton will be a better in-ring worker. I think she has the qualities already put into place. She's got to execute on those, and I think she will. Miz, obviously, I think is somewhat underrated with his in-ring ability. He's never going to put on a 5-star match, but he's very, very solid. And as you've seen, as we've all seen, he's been able to hold out a career pretty well for himself. And, by the way, done quite well for himself outside of the ring as well. Bayley, on the other hand, I'm so interested in seeing where she goes coming out of Backlash. I assume we're headed towards a Naomi-Bayley feud. I assume Naomi's going to turn heel because, they've been kind of like frenemies as of late. Obviously, she was there with Damage Control. She, Bayley, and Jade Cargill took on Damage Control at WrestleMania. I think that's interesting to see how they can build off of this because I assume you're going to have Bayley retain the championship at Backlash France. You're going to have Tiffany eat the fall. And then that sets up Naomi saying, hey, I still want my title shot. I didn't get a one-on-one chance. And I didn't get pinned. Give me my title shot, right? Maybe you do that at the King and Queen event over in Saudi Arabia in late May. Maybe you save that for what Money in the Bank is in July, June, something like that. So you could do that. I think it's in July. That's going to be interesting. And for Rhea Ripley, she's only going to be out of action for, hopefully 3 to 4 months, right? If she doesn't get surgery. If she gets surgery, obviously, that's going to put her on the sidelines for much longer. And that's something that none of us hope to happen. So we'll see how it all plays out. Let me know down in the comments area below.